Hey everyone, I'm super excited to show you the best solo project I've worked on to date. Now, I know a little about the Linux terminal, but I'm no expert. I can npm run dev and probably git push my untested changes to origin main, but beyond that, I generally have to look things up or go crying to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is generally way better at knowing what commands to run than I, so because of that, I cut out the middleman, and my latest project basically just connects ChatGPT to my terminal directly. The results are a little scary, pretty useful, and overall really awesome. You can see here I have my terminal pulled up, and this is actually running in a brand new virtual machine. I did go ahead and set up the package, which requires Python to be installed, and it actually works via PyPy, just like any other Python package, which I'm really proud of. No cloning Git repos or any of that stuff anymore, just pip install gptautocli. So with the package installed, I'll show you how to use it. I'm just going to run the command gptautocli in my terminal without any options for now to get the defaults, and it's going to quickly gather some information about my environment. You can see I'm using GPT-4o, I'm in my home directory, I'm running Linux, and I've also configured the plugin to require any command with a risk score above 4 to require user confirmation before it executes. The AI also at this point already has been given a little bit of context as to where it is and what files and folders exist in this directory. So since this is a new system, let's say I want to set up a few directories like a projects directory and a temp directory for stuff I won't need long. So here I'm just going to ask the package to do that for me in natural language. Can you create two folders, projects and temp, and let's just have it add a text file to temp as well to see how it handles multiple actions, and add a text file to temp with some sample text. All right, so here you can see that the AI is going to come up with a plan, and this is how it's going to handle multiple things to do at the same time, multi-step tasks. Each time it sends a command, it's given the output of the command, which is called self-prompting, and it helps it determine the next action to take. So I'm gonna say yes to this plan, and you can see it running commands, and it'll be done in just a second here. All right, so it says it successfully created the projects and temp directories, and I'm actually gonna show you that in my GUI file explorer. You can see there's a projects, which is currently empty, and in temp, there should hopefully be sample.txt. Awesome, this is a sample text file. All right, so now that we know the basic capabilities, let's try a more complex task. I'm asking it to create a personal portfolio for itself in the projects directory. It should include a server and an index.html file, and should explain some of its skills and abilities. Now remember, I don't have anything like Node or Django installed, so it'll actually have to figure out how to install and then use these things to create this kind of advanced project. You can see it's come up with a pretty comprehensive plan. So I'm just going to let it at this. Now, depending on what packages it decides to install, this could take 30 seconds or so. So I'll take this time to explain more about how it actually is able to do all this crazy stuff. All right, so as I said, it works by self-prompting. And yeah, I've provided it the ability to run commands and to write to files. Each command it wants to run is given a risk score. Hang on, it actually needs some help for me. It says it wants to install Node and npm. Great, so it's using Node. I'll just let it do that. Now, each command is given a risk score. It's a little bit of a risky operation for you to be just installing packages out of the blue from an AI. So this actually triggered the risk detection model, and it's going to ask me for confirmation, as well as my password, which I will not show here. Now, that's actually all handled by a separate model, which just basically ranks commands based on how risky they are. And we haven't hit that before now because we hadn't been performing anything really dangerous, and I have my risk tolerance set pretty high because I'm just in a virtual machine without any of my important stuff on it. If I did ask it to delete anything, that would also trigger the system, because that's obviously a little bit more risky of an action. Great, so now I'll just wait for this to complete, and we'll check out its finished product, assuming it all works okay. Ooh, hit an error, but it's trying to fix that. Awesome, now the server is running, so we can take a look at what it actually created. All right, so I pulled up a web browser, and it's got the gptautocli portfolio. I personally think this is just so cool. All right, to close out, I've asked it to slightly improve the CSS here, and I'm just going to read what it says about itself. So gptautocli is a project of mine that's an intelligent, somewhat autonomous AI system capable of running commands on a Linux-based system. It can actually do Windows and Mac too, just doesn't know that. It can run terminal commands, create files and directories, execute scripts, manage package installations, and much more. Overall, this was I just had a ton of fun making this project, and if you're interested, feel free to install it from PyPy. Any advice, questions, or changes you suggest would be super valuable as I continue to learn. Thank you.